Sofia never imagined marriage would feel this heavy. She loved Daniel deeply. Her husband was kind, hardworking, and patient, but his mother, Evelyn, was a different story altogether. From the moment Sofia entered the family, Evelyn made it painfully clear she didn't approve of her. Evelyn wasn't just any mother-in-law. She was controlling, sharp-tongued, and fiercely protective of her only son. To her, Sofia was an intruder, someone stealing away her golden boy. Every family dinner turned into a battlefield of subtle insults. Evelyn would comment on Sofia's cooking, her housekeeping, even the way she dressed. Daniel tried to play peacekeeper, brushing off the barbs. "She'll come around eventually," he'd whisper to his wife. But Sofia wasn't so sure. Evelyn seemed to grow bolder with every slight, and Sofia's patience was wearing dangerously thin. Things escalated when Sofia and Daniel announced they were expecting their first child. Instead of celebrating, Evelyn frowned. "Well, I hope you're ready. Raising children isn't easy, and frankly, I'm not sure you're cut out for it, Sofia." That night, Sofia cried quietly into her pillow while Daniel held her. He promised to shield her, to protect her, but even he underestimated how far his mother was willing to go. As Sofia's pregnancy progressed, Evelyn became more intrusive. She showed up uninvited, criticized nursery choices, and pushed her own outdated parenting advice. The final straw came during Sofia's baby shower. Evelyn cornered Daniel's relatives and whispered, "Sofia's not responsible. I worry about the baby. Maybe I'll need to step in once it's born." The rumors spread like wildfire. Guests exchanged looks, some even questioning Sofia's readiness to be a mother. When Sofia overheard one of Daniel's cousins asking Evelyn if she planned to help raise the baby herself, she broke down in tears. Daniel confronted his mother, furious. "You're supposed to support us, not humiliate my wife." But Evelyn was unapologetic. "I'm only telling the truth. Sofia can't handle this responsibility. Someone has to put the baby first." The couple decided to distance themselves, but Evelyn didn't take rejection lightly. She started showing up at their house unannounced, sometimes letting herself in with a spare key Daniel had forgotten she had. She criticized the baby clothes, rearranged the kitchen, and even scolded Sofia for resting instead of cleaning. Sofia felt like a prisoner in her own home. Each day drained her more, and with the stress mounting, her health began to suffer. When Sofia finally gave birth, she hoped Evelyn would soften. Instead, things got worse. Evelyn visited the hospital, demanding to hold the baby before Sofia could even recover from delivery. She insisted the baby looked more like her side of the family, and when nurses asked her to give Sofia space, Evelyn snapped, "I have every right. That's my grandchild." But what happened a week later nearly destroyed everything. One afternoon, Sofia returned from a short walk only to find Evelyn in the living room holding the baby. Daniel wasn't home. Evelyn had used her key to let herself in. At first, Sofia tried to stay calm. But then Evelyn said something chilling. "You should rest more, Sofia. Maybe it would be better if the baby stayed with me for a while. You're too fragile for this responsibility." Sofia froze. Her heart pounded as the weight of Evelyn's words sank in. She wasn't just criticizing anymore. She was threatening to take her child. That night, Sofia broke down completely. She told Daniel she couldn't live like this. "She's trying to replace me, Daniel. She'll never stop until she takes our baby from me." Daniel finally understood the seriousness. Something had to change, and quickly. Determined to protect his wife and child, Daniel came up with a plan. The next time Evelyn visited, he secretly recorded their conversation. Sure enough, Evelyn unleashed her venom. "You're weak, Sofia. One day, Daniel will realize he made a mistake marrying you. When that happens, I'll be here to raise this child properly." Daniel's heart sank as he listened, but he let her continue, capturing every word. Evelyn went further, hinting she'd already spoken to a lawyer friend about options in case she needed to step in for custody. That was the proof he needed. Later that evening, Daniel played the recording for Sofia. Tears streamed down her face, but this time, they weren't just from pain, they were from relief. Finally, Daniel saw the full extent of his mother's cruelty. When Daniel confronted Evelyn, she scoffed. "No one will believe you. Everyone knows I've only been trying to help." But when Daniel shared the recording with relatives, it spread like wildfire through the family. Cousins, aunts, and even old friends Evelyn gossiped with finally saw her true colors. One relative, furious at Evelyn's cruelty, revealed something Evelyn had been hiding for years. She had meddled in another cousin's marriage years earlier, spreading lies that led to a painful divorce. Now, all those old wounds resurfaced. The community Evelyn once commanded respect in turned its back on her. Invitations to family gatherings dried up. Even her church group asked her to step back for a while after whispers of her manipulations reached the pastor. And the lawyer friend she bragged about? He distanced himself, warning her that interfering in custody without grounds could put her in legal jeopardy. Evelyn, once the feared matriarch, was now a disgraced outcast. The very tactics she used to control others had come full circle to ruin her own life. With Evelyn finally out of their daily lives, Sofia could breathe again. She focused on her child, her marriage, and her own well-being. Daniel, too, learned a powerful lesson. Protecting his wife and child meant setting boundaries, even with family. Their marriage grew stronger as they leaned on each other, no longer under the shadow of Evelyn's control. Meanwhile, Evelyn sat alone in her oversized house, surrounded by silence. Her phone rarely rang, except for the occasional telemarketer. Friends avoided her, family no longer trusted her, and the baby she once tried to claim as her own grew up barely knowing her. Karma hadn't just humbled Evelyn, it had left her with the very thing she feared most: irrelevance. Her downfall wasn't quick or fiery. It was slow, steady, and painfully poetic. The more she tried to control others, the more she lost control of her own life. And that, in the end, was Karma's cruelest lesson. If you loved watching Karma finally catch up to Evelyn, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Karma Catchup, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another story of poetic justice. Share your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think deserves karma next?